clock keeps ticking. I don't know what I should do, and I wish you would be right here with me. My mind is filled with pictures of when we used to dance, but now I don't know where you are. I miss you so bad, won't you come back to me? I've got you in my head, you're all that I see. I've lost all my chances, I know that I am too late. I'm thinking of you, I'm thinking of you, I'm thinking of you, wondering if you're thinking about me too. Now it's too late, now it's too late. I'm out of time, but I'm still thinking of you. My heart keeps on bleeding, I have scars, the ones that healing. They're all there because of you. It's my fault, I messed it up, and I should have treated you much better, so much better. I miss you so bad, won't you come back to me? I've got you in my head, you're all that I see. I've lost all my chances, I know that I am too late. I'm thinking of you, I'm thinking of you, I'm thinking of you, wondering if you're thinking about me too. Now it's too late, I know it's too late. I'm out of time, but I'm still thinking of you. Tick tock, the clock keeps ticking. Don't know what I should do. I wish you would be right here with me. I'm thinking of you, thinking of you, I'm thinking of you, wondering if you're thinking about me too. Now it's too late, now it's too late. I'm out of time, but I'm still thinking of you.
My camera went wonky. Let me try and fix that real quick. It went portrait and it should have gone landscape. And those. I'm having fun with my technology this morning. It did not connect, and then my microphone would not connect. Speaking of microphone, can you all hear me? I want to make sure that you can all hear me. Good morning, Froggy. Good morning, Paige. How are you? Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you can hear me. I just want to make sure because I don't know. There we go, maybe. I think you might be able to hear me. Perfect. Okay, thanks, guys. Oh, technology, technology. And I wasn't like prepped and, all the fun stuff. Good morning, Terry. Welcome. Okay, good. I'm glad you can all hear me. So the plan for today is, in fact, let me take off my watch because I realized when I'm crafting with my watch on, I scratched my glass board. So I can't really see it anymore. It was a real small scratch, but I don't want to put bigger scratches. So the plan for today, welcome, Glow. How are you, my friend? Hi, Cece. Welcome. Is to cut my papers for my May entry for Kendra's Card Challenge. So I thought I would use these pretty papers from the Cottage Rose virtual retreat that Not Too Shabby's having. They're having it, I think it kicks off on the 16th, which is this Friday. And then they'll have their classes the 17th and 18th. Now the retreat is free, but you can order the kit, the Cottage Roses kit, and it has paper, ephemera, a die, enamel dots, and I think there was one more thing. I didn't get the full kit, but I think there may be a stencil. Anyway, it's still available. Well, last I checked yesterday, it was still available. Let me see if it's still available right now. And then I'll put a link. I didn't plan till the paper I was using. So I'll put a link. Um, let's see. Where are we? Cottage Rose Spring Retreat. And yeah, looks like the bundle is still available. You could also buy the goodies separate. Now let me tell you what's actually in the bundle. Oh, there's a stamp set too. So it has a 6x6 stamp set, a 6x6 stencil, the bloom word die, the paper pad, the ephemera pack, and the enamel dots. So unfortunately, I don't have the stamp set to show you, but let me see. Let me see something here if I can show it to you. I mean, it's beautiful. All the not too shabby stuff is beautiful, guys. There, let me see if I can share my screen so you can see the stamp set. Hold on. I haven't shared my screen in a minute. Mm, okay, let's see. There you go. That's the stamp set. So, it's really cute, and it's a 6x6. So, that's part of the bundle. Okay, enough of that. But I'll add link to the bundle and the retreat when we're done here. Okay, guys. Now how do I stop sharing my screen? I never remember. Stop. There we go. Okay, so let's start by picking the papers I'm going to use. So this paper pack has, as you can see, I started cutting into it. Oh, and this paper pack has this one page in the back with some sentiments. So that's kind of neat. But I did start cutting into the paper pack. So let's kind of pick what I'm going to use. I really like that it has all these different colored gingham prints. And so I could, hold on guys, I keep getting dings and I don't know why. Could be that I still have things open here that I shouldn't. Okay, hopefully that helps. Oh, Paige, back is feeling much better. Thank goodness. I went to the chiropractor Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of last week. By Friday, I was almost completely feeling better. Still a little soreness, but I was able to move, which was a bonus. Because I really, guys, I couldn't even roll over in bed without excruciating pain last week. So I have another appointment with a chiropractor today when we're done here. So yeah, I'm doing much better. Thanks for asking, my friend. Okay, let me kind of pick through some papers here. Maybe I'll do like a combination of plaids and polka dots. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not white. Look at this. I like this tone on tone flower. And then I like the backside too. So there's always the option of the backside. So what if I did some pinks and some of the like this green? If I can find a green, and I don't have a green in that plaid. I might have used it with previous cards I made. They have the blue. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. There's also a pink polka dot I could use. Like I could go with all pinks. Not that that would be like me at all. But let's see. Sorry, I'm bringing this closer to where I can see. There's the blue. But I don't see a blue in this floral. Yeah, I probably used it. Well, flip through one more time. What do I do? What do I do? I'm going to stick with these two, the 4 pinks and the 2 kind of green colors. They go well together. And then I'll keep out these sentiments off to the side. And I have my ephemera as well. I don't think I'm going to get to make any cards today, guys. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to cut all my papers. But let me decide. So I'm going to get the last page of the card challenge. Oh, and I'll link to this too. I'll link to come on, you got Kendra's card challenge 18. So you can, in case you haven't downloaded that yet, so you can do that. So excuse me. I like referencing the last page when I'm planning out what papers to use, because this is kind of a quick reference guide, and it tells you, for example, for sketch number 1, and I used to do it that I would just look at the sketches. Where is my sketch number 1? And I would say, oh, this has paper A and B. That's what I'll use. But I can simply look at the quick reference guide. So sketch 1 uses papers A and B. So does sketch 2. Sketch 3 only uses paper B. 4 uses A. 5. So looking at these, I kind of have to figure out, okay, if card sketch 1 is using papers A and B, I need to make sure when I'm deciding which one is A and which one is B that they look good together. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to kind of pull my papers. And I didn't even look at the back sides of these papers, because sometimes I'll just flip it to the back. So see, yeah, I could definitely flip it to the back on some of these. Nice, pretty florals, springy images. So, okay, I'm back at this. So I think paper A, I'm going to do this one. Then paper B. Let me get out my paper again. I might pull in one of the blue ones and take out one of the pink ones. I don't know. A second, guys. No, just stick with your original gut choices, Yvette. Stick with them. Okay, so paper B, I'll probably make maybe this green floral. Then paper C, and I want to see. So paper C gets used for sketches 6, 7, 9, and 10. So I'll make this one paper C. And then paper D, sketches 7, 9, 10. I need to plan for sketch 15, because sketch 15 you make 4 cards with. So I think I'm going to make this one sketch. Yeah, I'll make that sketch 15. So that'll be paper F. All right, so then paper D, paper E, and paper F. All right. F, E, D, C, B, A. Okay, now I have them in the right order here. And I can start my cutting. So how was everyone's Mother's Day weekend? For those of you that celebrate. Mine was lovely. So I get 2 Mother's Days most years because I am of Mexican descent. And in Mexico, Mother's Day is always celebrated on the 10th of May. Regardless of what day of the week it falls on, it's on the 10th of May. So this year it just so happened that the 10th was on Saturday, and then the 11th, which is Mother's Day here in the good old US of A, was on the 11th. So 2 days in a row. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. Sometimes it'll be a couple days apart. Sometimes it falls on the same day. There's few years that that's happened. So, but this year, double celebration. Hi, Donna, and I'm sorry if I've missed anyone, friends. Okay, so let me get started cutting my paper, and I'm going to try and be real focused when I cut because I'm real good at making mistakes when I make my cuts. Okay, here's our first cut. I'll make sure the back, I'm checking to see if the back is directional in any way, just in case I'm flipping it when I use it, but that one looks like it could be used either way. Okay, so this piece first. And then, oh, you know what I didn't get, guys, is my sleeves. Whoops, my plastic sleeves. Let me grab those. Boop, 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 boo. All right. Here they are. That's where I put all my cut pieces away. Okay, so there's our first cut. And let's do our second cut. And then I kind of lay them over here the way they look on the cutting guide, so I don't mess it up too badly. Okay. And this piece goes there. And this will only be my second full set, guys. I did one set last month, but I've been really, life has gotten crazy again. I think this is just a year of one thing or another happening. So, another thing that happened last week, oh, God help me, but um, my mother-in-law ended up back in the hospital. I had to take her to the emergency room, and she doesn't like being in the hospital, but they kept her for 2 days. Yeah. Um, they had to run some tests, and she had a massive infection, and so then they did give her antibiotics. They wanted to keep her for another day. However, my mother-in-law, being my mother-in-law, said, "No, I can't stay. I have a Mother's Day celebration to go to with my sisters." Because she gets together with all her sisters every Mother's Day, and they have a nice little brunch together, and she didn't wanna miss that. And the doctors were just kinda like, well, okay, we'll see if you're doing better, if your labs come back okay, and if you're in no pain." And so she tells them, "Oh, no, I'm not in any pain." I was just like, "She's fibbing, but okay, I'm not gonna fight that fight with her. It's just not worth it." And then she complained that I wasn't there the whole time, but part of why I wasn't there the whole time is because my brother-in-law, and mind you, I'm doing all this with a bad back where I can hardly move. So when Tuesday night, was it Tuesday night I took her? I think. I could barely move. My husband wakes up at 2 in the morning to get ready for work, so I didn't wanna make him have to go, and I told him, "I'll take her, it'll be fine, they'll probably just give her, some antibiotics and send her home." And so, sketch 2 is this one. We were there from about in the emergency room from about, I wanna say 6 o'clock in the evening, and I finally left at around 11:30 that night. I had to come home because at that point they told me, "She's staying. We're running tests. Come back in the morning." So I said, "Okay, I'll come back in the morning." Well, I'm so sorry, Froggy. I'm sorry you had a rough Mother's Day. It's hard when you've lost somebody. Yeah, makes it real hard. Um, and Cece, you got to see your grandchild. That's wonderful. You injured your knee, probably kneeling down on the floor and squatting to play with them. Um, oh, hi, friend. I haven't seen you in a while. So glad you're here. So then, anyway, she, I don't need any for sketch three. My brother-in-law, who's a year older than my husband, is wheelchair bound. Well, not really wheelchair bound. He can walk a few steps, but he spends most of the day um, sitting on the couch or in a wheelchair. And so um, I had to make sure because he was going to be home by himself. I had to make sure he had food and if anything came up that he needed. So I kind of stayed here close to home because they live about a 5-minute drive away um, to make sure he was okay, he didn't fall or anything. And, of course, that was all my mother in law was worrying about. I got to get home. I got to make sure he's okay. And I was like, relax, we'll take care of it. So I kind of stayed close to home for that, but then she complains to my daughter that I didn't go back the next day because, she was all by herself and blah, 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 blah. And she tells her, Nana, my mom was staying close to the house to take care of your son. So she kind of went, oh, okay, okay. Um, I, you know, older people are set in their ways, and that's my mother-in-law. All right, paper B. So anyway, they found him huge infection, gave her some really strong antibiotics, um, and Thursday afternoon she was able to go home. So that was a good thing. But she insists there was nothing wrong with her, that the doctors just made it all up. And I was like, okay. But I did tell her, you are going to take your antibiotics, right? She said, well, yeah. Okay, just checking. Because sometimes she won't um, take all the medications they give her. She is of the belief that they're just trying to poison her. There's nothing really wrong with her, that she's fine. So, yeah, it is what it is. Oh, but you're doing much better, hopefully. Hopefully, hopefully. Yeah, she's super stubborn. She's funny because one day, I don't know, we were talking about, you need to make sure you don't eat too much sugar because she likes to have her pan dulce and her coffee every morning, which pan dulce is a Mexican sweetbread. And so I tell her, it's not have half of one. You don't want to have too much sugar, and you don't want your blood sugar to go up because you're diabetic. She says, I'm not diabetic. And I said, well, like you're barely, like her numbers are like right at the cusp, at the line of being a diabetic. And so she says, no, I'm not. I don't take medicine for diabetes. Well, she doesn't take one of them because she refused. And but the other medicine she takes, which is some combination medicine that's for her diabetes and her heart, I think, or her blood pressure or something. She takes that one. And so, oh, I didn't put these papers away. I got to put them away right now. And so I tell her, well, yeah, you do take medicine for diabetes. No, I don't. And it's like, my husband says, don't argue with her. It's not worth it. Just as long as she's still taking what she's supposed to, mostly, because I did talk to the doctor and they said, don't worry about that other diabetes medicine. Her blood sugar's not so out of control that we need to worry. The one she's taking is sufficient. Okay. Let me go back to paper B because I didn't put it away because I just got chatty, I guess. Okay. Paper B. But she's doing much better, thank goodness. And her worry, of course, was being home to take care of her son and making the Mother's Day luncheon, which she made it. She went. Um, She's funny, and she's feeling fine. So, for Mother's Day, did I say we went to my daughter's house to celebrate Mother's Day on Saturday? So all my kids and grandkids were there. My mom didn't make it. She wasn't feeling great. She's 90, so she gets tired. So my sister called and said, "We're not going to go. Mom's tired." And I said, "Okay, no problem." And then I went over there afterwards. So I spent some time with my mom. And um, then on Sunday, we went to spend time with my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. So sorry, guys. Okay, number 6. So that's what we did. And then this Saturday, and then Sunday, my second oldest granddaughter, she turned 18. So now I have 2 adult grandchildren. And I say adult lightly because I could tell them just because you're 18 does not make you an adult. There's a lot more to being an adult than being a certain age. I mean, there are people in their 60s that don't act like adults, still haven't grown up. So, yeah, she turned 18 on Sunday, but we're going to celebrate her this coming Saturday. And then my daughter's birthday is on Friday. Busy, busy times, busy times. Okay, paper D. Oh, this one has a lot of cuts. Let me get this straight. Excuse me. And then let me get it fixed. Finally bought the pegboard to put together for my room yesterday. That's going to be my Mother's Day present. My husband's going to put it together for me because I was planning on doing it myself, but oh yeah. I try not to let it hold you back. Yeah, but don't overdo it either. Yeah, I'm the same way. I overdo. I completely overdo things. Exactly. And I try, like you, to listen to my body. Sometimes I don't listen until I kind of have to, like when I hurt my back. But right? 18 is not adult. So anyway, my husband's he'll put that together this next weekend, hopefully, because we have my granddaughter's birthday party on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I don't remember, we had something on Sunday. So kind of in between all that stuff, we'll try and put it together. But all the bits and pieces are in the garage waiting to be put together. Okay, I'm on paper number letter D. Okay. So let me cut this one. So yeah, it's always busy. Like it's super busy around my household all the time. And that's just how it is. And I've learned to just accept it. Um, because we have such a large family. I know my son said, why don't we just like celebrate all the birthdays? Let's pick a month when there's no birthday and we'll celebrate them all in that month. It's not a terrible idea. Um, and I think the only month we don't have we don't have birthdays in the J months. So we don't have birthdays in January, June, or July, as far as my kids and grandkids. But I do have a niece in January, my sister in July. So June. June would be the month that would be with no birthdays. However, there's Father's Day. So it's always busy, right? Always busy. Okay, let's get these next ones. But it's also fun. Like I love getting together with all my kids and grandkids. It's fun to watch um, my kids have conversations as adults. Just kind of makes me smile. Okay, let me see. I need to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then we'll put these away. So let's see. 7 is the first one. So these two go to 7. 7, 8. And then I know my mother-in-law had a hard time with Mother's Day yesterday. It's the first Mother's Day without my brother-in-law. He passed in January. So it's been rough for her. What did I do? Is this? What did I do? I put this in the wrong sleeve. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Okay, those are there. And this one here, then this one here. Okay, wrong sleeve. 9. This is 9. And then this little one is 10. So is this square here, 10. And then no 11 or 12. Oh no, yes, 11. These are all going in 11. So yeah, she kind of struggled with it, but you know, we try and make the best of it as best we can. Sketch 13 and then sketch 14. And what did I do? I didn't put that one in sketch 9. Let me make sure. I messed up some more, guys. Oh, that's the right one there. Sketch 9. What do I have here? Sketch. I already have papers there. So did I put the wrong one in 14 and miss 13? Or this is why I have to always focus. 13. Oh, I didn't put it. Wait. 14. Oh, I didn't put in 14. Okay, 14. Woo, cut that. Okay. Next. Oh yeah, I will have fun. Oh, thank you. You know what's funny is I'll tell people as a child, you know how a lot of little girls dream about their wedding and having a family and all that stuff. That wasn't me. Like as a kid, I never really thought about being a mom and being a wife. I thought about, to be honest, I wanted to be a SeaWorld dolphin trainer or whale trainer. That's what I wanted to do. And I never really thought about being a mom. Um, but 4 kids and 10 grandkids later, here I am. So it's just, yeah, I think it worked out well. My life worked out well. Wait a minute. No, that's the right one. Okay. Okay, so this is paper E. Go cut that and then that. But yeah, I truly am blessed to have the family I have. And I'm not going to tell you it's a perfect family because we have our moments. But somehow we managed to get through them and we're I love that my kids, no matter what, like they could have had a huge blowout argument and like tell each other, I never want to talk to you again and blah 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 blah. But when it comes down to it, they are there for each other. They will not ever leave each other like just flying in the wind. they're there. Okay, so let's see. Which I'm grateful for. I'm eternally grateful for that. And I think I I used to always think that was normal, just to always be backing up your siblings and to always be around each other. And I realized not everybody's like that. Like when my middle daughter, first started dating, um, who turned out to be her first husband in high school. They started dating, and I remember him telling her, and she shared with me that our family was weird because we talked to each other. And even though, like, they'll joke with each other and they'll give each other digs, and that's just, I guess, their way of being with each other. Um, he's like, Me and my siblings don't do that." And I know the family; they're a beautiful, lovely family. But they don't. They kind of just talk to themselves. They don't share with each other. Oops, this goes in 11 too. So I gotta say I'm blessed with that because not I know not every family does that. Not every family has that connection or that closeness, and we do. We are very lucky. Okay, now for this one, this is what I do to cut it because it has some diagonal cuts. So I mark it. Paige, if I'm not talking or distracted, it's super easy because I typically cut one at a time and sort it in my plastic sleeves and then move on to the next one. Um, but if I'm chatting or I get distracted or my grandkids run in and out, that can be where I lose track. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. It's how families handle those times that matter. And that's what my husband, hi, Pam. That's what my husband, he's good at reminding them about. Don't forget, you guys are here for each other. In the end, your mom and I aren't going to be here. You got to be here for each other. Okay, so I just simply mark it kind of with a real light pencil mark so I know where to cut and rotate. And then I can erase my little pencil mark. Okay. So then I go from pencil mark to pencil mark. Let me make sure I line it up okay. Then, because I cut it, I can't really go pencil mark to pencil mark unless I kind of put it back together. So that's what I do. I kind of just put it back where it would be if it was one piece and line it up as best I can on my pencil marks. But I gotta tell you, that's how I am with my brother and sister. Um, I'm lucky that, like, my brother's a 5-minute drive from me. My sister's a 10-minute drive. So's my mom, 10 minutes, because my sister lives with my mom. My mom lives with my sister, and they live together. So that closeness, that family closeness, is definitely what we have. Okay, so then these four all go in the same plastic sleeve. Ta-da! How are we doing on time? Oh, we probably have some time to make a card. Let's start. So where's card sketch number 1? Let me find, well, it's right there, dummy. It's right in front of you. So I print these, kind of try and scale them to size. So this is about a 4¼ by 5½ inch. Oh, no, you know what I need to do next is get all my thank you, Vet. Card bases. Card bases. I put them in there. So this is going to be a portrait card. And then I also need to figure out what coordinating papers I'm going to use. So portrait is this bin here. And this is landscape. So And oh man, I've had a hard time recording any videos, you guys, because they are still doing construction next door, and it's like right outside the window of the room I'm in. But you know, just gotta try and push through. And like I'm trying to time when it's their lunchtime and they stop working. However, sometimes during their lunchtime, they get chatty right outside my window. So I'll just kind of have to go with it. I don't have a choice. All right. Luckily, I had a nice amount of card bases already prepared. Then I'm going to have to pick some pattern or some cardstock to go with these pattern papers. So I'll kind of dig through my cardstocks next, see what I have. All right, 12. And sometimes I'll change it up. Like I'll get all my plastic sleeves ready. And then when I'm putting it together, for whatever reason, whatever the ephemera I chose or the sentiment I chose, I have to rotate it. So then I just switch out my card base. So this is what I have. These are my portrait ones, right? Yeah, these are my portrait ones. And these are my landscape ones. See? And I've run out of black ones in my landscape, so I need to make more of those. But I have black ones in portrait. Okay, what was I here? And I think what I'm going to do, I saw T do it yesterday on our live hop for Kendra's Card Challenge. She did it both ways, portrait and a landscape. So I think I'm going to try that. So I'll do 2 and 2. Because this is the one with this one sketch, you make 4 cards. Okay, so let me put these back away so I don't drop them by just shoving them to the side. Then, let's see. What colors will I need based on the colors? I'm gonna pull out my paper pad. Kind of, I have pink and the green, right? So I have pinks and the more pale. So I have to work with those color schemes. So I think oh, is it cost effective to do that? I know I get my envelopes from Amazon. I get a big box of 500 envelopes because I need them when I do my annual Christmas card donation. But um, is it super expensive? Because I mean, I just buy the Michaels 110 cardstock pack, and I cut those and fold, make my card bases. But Michael's paper is not 8.5 by 11 exactly ever, so I end up having to trim the card bases, and that kind of creates extra work. Yeah, that's not cheating. It's working smarter, not harder. Okay. Let me think. Papers, papers, papers. Or let me go through my ephemera. How about I do that? See what I want to add. Because like I'm going to have to die cut a circle here, and those are things I'll do probably later this week. And then we can start to put our cards together. So today we're not putting cards together. Today I'm just kind of prepping, okay? If that's okay with all of you. So, for example, this one, let me see, I could do, and this is why I like having the sketch here kind of to scale. Then I can kind of test out my ephemera or whatever else I'm using. Or I could use a sentiment there. Home is a place It's not a place, it's a feeling. Maybe I'll do that. Let's try. And I don't know if I'll be able to cut a circle, but I'll figure it out. Whoops. And then I can put like a little teacup there, or, oh, look at this little bunny right there. Maybe that little bunny. Okay. So I'll put those in there. I still need to pick out my papers, like for these little flags and sometimes I'll just go grab more pattern paper and use that. So it all depends. And then I have to cut that too. Okay, so for sketch 2, looks like I just have a circle there. So I think for this one, I might use, that's pretty, right? And again, I don't have to go exactly, like this says 2-inch circle. In fact, I don't have to put a circle. I could just put the piece of ephemera there instead of the circle, which I might do. Okay, then for sketch 3, so sorry about clearing my throat, you guys. For sketch 3, what's my pattern paper in here? I don't remember. Oh, I could do the flowers, or I could do the reverse side. Hold on. I think I might just do this. Flower market. Okay. That in there. And then I'll figure out sentiments for the ones I haven't put a sentiment on yet. Paper A. What was paper A? Oh, that pink. Okay. So then I think I could just do home is where love resides, memories are created, friends always belong, and laughter never ends. And then add, let me add, that's too big. Maybe this bouquet of flowers. This is what usually takes me the longest, is choosing like the ephemera and what I'm gonna, and the coordinating cardstock. Like cutting the pattern papers is the quickest part for me. I'll put that little teacup. How's that? Yeah. Okay. Oops. See, I'm barely on sketch 4. Now sketch 5. Again, we have that circle here in the middle. I think I'll put something like this right there. Isn't that pretty? I think that's probably why I like having the coordinating ephemera with pattern paper, because super easy to put cards together. Okay, let's see. I could put that little sign that says stay a while. Put this here. Or, let's see. Yeah, I think I might see if there's something else here. I kind of like this one too, though. I like that one there. And then our little stay a while, because this has a little clock here. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Sketch 7. So this says a cluster of 3 objects. Okay, I can cluster, right? I can cluster. So there's a larger object. Here's a little teacup there. And then perhaps flour. Oh, here, your little creamer thing, right? That'll work. Okay, there's my cluster. How are we doing on time? Because I do have a doctor's appointment. Got to go to that chiropractor. Now here you have a half of a 4-inch circle. So when I have like something that big, that's a large enough space that I could stamp and color an image. I could put ephemera, put more patterned paper. Uh, so many things to do there. All right. Let's see. What do I want to do there? Um, maybe. Um, yeah, I'm going to add a sentiment there and then a piece of ephemera. And what I can do, and I'll probably do, is kind of fussy cut around it. Okay, so if I put that in the center, I can put friend here over here to the side. Home is, can you hear these guys? I can hear them loud and clear. Can you? You may just start grabbing random order. Do it. Do it. Yeah, they're not squared. It's frustrating when they're not squared. Very frustrating for me. I had a bunch of color card bases, like, oh, I haven't even put a dent in them. Yeah. Okay. I live near lots of, well, the two big ones. Joanne's closed, so that one that's not near anymore because they closed. And I have Michael's and Hobby Lobby, a couple of them, 3, 4 in the area. Um, oh, you can't hear them? No, I hear them. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be for sketch 8. Yeah, it's a little frustrating for me when I can hear people. Um, I know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to maybe just put the word bloom there. So I'll die cut that. So I'm just going to, I'll do that later. I'm not going to die cut it right now because I still have to pick my papers. And I might put a little, maybe a little flower pot here on the bottom, right? That'll work. Okay. And then this one has bunches of circles. So you have the 2 circles that are patterned paper, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more circles. So I'm gonna have to kind of think, and I will do just circles, I think, on this one, but oh, but I'll put the sentiment. Where's my other one? I'll put a sentiment in the front. Yeah, and maybe a couple of smaller circles, some ephemera. Come on, come on, flowers. In fact, I'll do one. There's 3 little flowers here I can use, right? Oh, and I don't know why it is. All the time, no matter what room I'm in the house, that room seems to be the hottest. Now, I haven't turned on the AC yet this morning, but I might. Kind of warm here in sunny San Diego. Okay, this one. I like the way the technique she showed to put this together. So I'll probably follow that when putting it together. Probably, no guarantees. And then sentiment, I think I might use bloom again, and then maybe just a little, maybe not that one, little piece of ephemera. Yeah, maybe that one. Yeah. Okay. And sketch 12, you have this square here, so you could really fit like a lot of the pieces of ephemera there. So I could put that one, or maybe I just put, yeah, I'm gonna cut one of these. Oops. Okay. Those off to the side. I'll put that there and add where we love is home. Home that our feet may leave, but not our hearts. That's what I aim to have my kids feel about our home here. So I like this little lamb here. Little chick in a cup. Yeah. All right. So that's sketch 12. And then a lot of times, like with these smaller pieces of ephemera, I'll use those on the inside of the cards. Like there's a lot of these little shoes left. Looks like all my cards are going to have shoes on the inside. Okay. Then this one can have a, I think I'll use bloom here again. And yeah. And maybe these flowers. Yeah. Because I do have that die. I have to remember I have that die. Now this one, I'll cut an oval using one of my oval dies. And this is a perfect spot. Look how perfect that is. Yay. And maybe cluster. So she has some friends here. No. Now I'm just going to leave just her there. And then 15. So we're going to have 4 of these. So see how it says to add any object here? I can put one of those. So I can use these 2 on my landscape. And then if I do portrait, maybe I do that. So that's like Mary with her lamb. And here's my little pieces. Maybe this larger piece that I haven't really used yet. And what can we add to that? No. Just that. And then I have enamel dots too. Okay, so I have enough pieces of ephemera for 4 cards, for the front of 4 cards. So then these I can use for the inside. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lots of tennis shoes. 9, 11, 12. I'm looking for the smaller ones. Maybe 13. 14, 15, 16, 17. Maybe the piggy, 18. Yeah, I'll have enough. I will have enough. And I'm going to put these sentiments in with this ephemera in case I decide to pull one of those out. So let's put this away. And I have enamel dots I can use. I have that die sentiment that says bloom. So I'll probably go through all my cardstock and figure out what colors to use. I might, I could probably, and I probably should, just use like a white, hold on, and maybe, or I can use a real pale green and pale pink and maybe just emboss them. Use one of my embossing folders to add some texture, right? I could do that. Okay, I have all my pattern papers cut, my ephemera selected, and yeah, it's warm. San Diego's always warm, but summer gets really hot lately. Oh, it's not too shabby shop. I'll link to the papers and ephemera. It's from the Cottage Roses. What is the name of it? I have to find it. The Cottage Rose Spring Retreat bundle, or Cottage Rose Spring Retreat. So that, like I said, that's a free retreat um, that you can sign up for, and I'll put a link in there. And they still have the bundle available, you guys. So I'll put a link. There's also this other paper pad that's not part of the bundle, but it coordinates. And oh, I wish I had thought to order it because then I could use that as my background papers. But it's the colorful linens paper pad. Let me see if I can show that to you as well. And you know, I might order it and just hold off on putting these together because I know Jamie's pretty good at shipping quickly. Where am I? Where am I? Oh, share screen. And share. Okay. So it's that one, the colorful linens. So like you could add that on if you're going to order the bundle and it goes perfectly with a pattern paper. I think I'm going to do it. Oh, and by the way, hello Truth. How are you? Yeah. Let's see. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I am going to get ready to clean up because I got to head over to the chiropractor and get my back adjusted again to make sure it stays healthy. And I'll see. I'm gonna order that other paper pad. I think maybe. Let me look through all my stuff first before I go ordering more because I promised my husband I would try and use up what I have before I order more, and I don't want to break that promise. So third Wednesday, 2 p.m. Pacific time, I'll be back. I'll either be working on these or on smashing the 12 by 12 paper pad that I chose, or actually my viewers chose for the month. But I appreciate you all for being here, you guys. Yes, yes, it will go. It will go well at the chiropractor. He's amazing. Great chiropractor I have. All right, guys, have a great day. Have a beautiful, summery, not too warm, hopefully, day. And we'll see you on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific. Bye.